needed today was a little band, and that's optional. Okay, standing tall, breath in. Now I am going to start at the feet. We're going to actually go into feet and ankles and a little bit of wrist today, but basically all over. Roll down and coming up. All right, let's do 3 more. Two more. So we will do a little bit of bottom and tummy activation as well today. And let's do 1 more. Rolling down, let's just hang at the bottom for a second, letting the crown of the head drop to the floor, let the hands drop to the floor. Now bend the knees, try and tuck the tailbone under, and rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time. Now we are going to start on the floor. So coming down onto your back, into a bridge position. So we're going to start, as I said, with some feet. So I want you to come onto your heels and think about drawing those toes back towards your knees as much as you can. Just holding it, pulling the toes in. You'll feel a little bit of activation in the muscles down the front of the shins, but you should feel a stretch through the back of through the calves, and drawing the toes in towards you, feeling a stretch through the feet. Now what you're going to do, I want you to flex your toes. So as if you're trying to pull the toes towards your shins, dropping the feet towards the floor, but keep curling the toes up. Keep curling the toes up and spread them. So you might feel a stretch through the arch of the feet, spreading the toes, pushing the ball of the feet into the floor, but keeping the toes lifted. Release, letting the toes go to the floor and lifting up onto tippy toes. Walk the feet in a little bit closer, up onto, lifting those heels up as high as you can. Lift, 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 lift. Feeling a stretch down the front of the shins, or front of the lower leg. Holding. Releasing the feet back to the floor, flat-footed. Now you're going to tuck the tailbone and start to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Up, 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 right through up to your shoulders. Hold. Now imprint down, upper back, rib cage, navel, lower back. Keep tucking. You might feel a bit of cramping in that lower tummy. Your tailbone comes down last. So you really want to get that tuck, peel up. So that doing this, 1 works through the spine, articulation of the spine, but it also does activate those lower abs. So upper back, rib cage, navel, lower back, tailbone coming down last. 1 more. Tuck, slow, peel up, all the way through up to your shoulders, holding, squeezing the glutes at the top, a little bit of glute activation, imprinting down. Now you're going to come back up into that bridge and go back onto your heels. Now what I want you to do here is circle the feet, stay on the heels and try and make the circle, the ankle circle as big as you can. We're going to do 6, 5, keep your bottom up, 4, 3, work that circle as big as you can. 1, let's go the other direction. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flatten the feet. Now take your feet a little bit wider. Now without moving the knees or the hips, I want you to roll onto the side of the foot so you'll feel a stretch down the calf, the outside, the lateral edge of the calf, to the ankle. Hold it there. Hold it. Now, without bringing the knees in together, I want you to try and roll to the inside of the foot. This is really hard to do without moving your legs. Roll to the inside of the foot. I'm working really hard at keeping my knees open with this one. All right, bring it back to flat feet. Roll back to the outside of the foot. If you cramp a little bit, see if you can stay with it. Otherwise, come out of it, do a quick stretch, like that. All right, roll into the inside, but keeping the knees open. Roll back to flat feet. We're just going into some glute activation here now. Drop the bottom and lift, take your hands to the ceiling. So we're also working activation, stability, 3. Squeezing up. Now keep this slow and controlled. So when you get to the top, you want the little tuck. Now we've got 3 rounds. 9, 10, up and hold, tuck, holding, squeeze your glute. Now really draw the navel through to the spine. Come back down, bring the heels in closer to your bottom, up onto your tippy toes. Now we're going to go back to rolling the spine up, 1 vertebrae at a time, up, imprint down. So coming up high enough, now you're on your tippy toes, you want to feel a little bit of a stretch down the front of those thighs, up, imprint. Feel up, up. Now get those hips up nice and high, get a bit of a pull in the front of the hips, the quads. We're going to do 3 more. 3, up, 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 imprint down. 2 more, feel up, imprint down, and then 1 more. We're going to take it up and hold again. Tighten the glutes and tuck. Now the more you tuck, you'll feel a stretch, front of the hips, perhaps quads. And roll back down. Take the feet as wide as your mat with your toes turned out, knees turned out, bottom up again. So just back, glute activation, squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Right, breathing out, 8, 7, 5, 2, you're going to stay up on 1. Up, squeeze, glute, tuck. 2, 1, release, knees into chest. All right, bring your right knee in, left leg out long. Now I want you to flex that left foot and push through that left heel. So you could feel a stretch in that left calf. Hug that right knee in. Take the hand under the knee. Now straighten the leg. Doesn't matter whether it's straight or not. I want you to keep that knee into your chest. Go into your ankle circle again. 6 really big circles. 1, 2, 5, and 6. Reversing it. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Push up through that. You can let that knee slip away from your chest now. Bend it again and pull it across your body. So I want you to use that left hand to push the knee down to the floor, but then use your knee to resist. So your knee's pushing up against your hand's pushing down into the knee. Bending that left leg now. Only if you can, reach back, grab that foot, and you are into a quad stretch through the left leg. Now I want you to try and push that right shoulder down to the floor. You can let go of that right knee and relax your left shoulder onto the floor and just hold it. So pushing right shoulder to the floor, that's where I want you to go with this now. All right, you're going to release that left leg, take it back out long, roll back over onto your back, hug that knee in, and we are going to grab our band, whatever you have got, pop it around that right foot, take the leg up to the ceiling. Now push up through that heel. Inhale, exhale, you're increasing the stretch. Now turning your toes inwards, so you're getting a stretch. So like pigeon-toed, you're getting a stretch down this outer edge of the calf again. Now drawing that, keeping the leg straight, I want you to draw it over diagonally towards that left shoulder. Keep turning the toes in. Now flex the foot and push up through that right heel. Increase the, pull it over a little bit more again, push through the heel. All right, bring it up. Take the band into your right hand, open that leg out to the right. Push through the heel, keeping your left buttock on the floor. One more breath here. So I want you to use really deep breathing. Bring that up, pull it in again, and release. So take that right leg out long and hug your left knee into your chest. So the focus is on keeping it into the chest here. Take your hands behind your knee. Now just straighten your leg to where you can. Now I want you to go into your ankle circles on this left leg. So big circle as big as you can for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 6, 4, 2, and 1. Bending that leg to tabletop, pulling it across the body. So right hand is pushing down onto the knee, but that knee is pushing up into the hand. So we've got some push-pull, lengthening and activation, strengthening. Now we're going to bend into that right knee, reach back and grab that foot, so stretching that right quad. Now I want you to try and push that left shoulder into the floor. You can relax your hold on this knee, keeping your right shoulder down, twisting to push your left shoulder into the floor. Don't worry if you can't reach that right foot. Release and bringing it back. You're going to grab this band and we're going to straighten that left leg up to the ceiling. So pushing through the heel. All right, we're going to turn those left toes inwards. Keep pushing up through the heel. So feeling the stretch down the lateral edge of your left calf or left lower leg. All right, start to pull that left leg towards your right shoulder. Keep the toes turned in and push through the heel. Pull it over just a little bit more. Release. Okay, we're going to take that leg out to the, change into your left hand, open that leg out to the side, stretching left inner thigh, keeping your right bottom on the floor. Two and 1. Bring it back up, pull it in, push through that heel, and release. Take the band off. All right, I want you to bring your legs to tabletop. Knees over hips. Now, straighten your right leg, push up through the heel. So get a stretch down the back of that leg, bring it in and bend. Now do the left side, point and then flex, release, bring it in. Do that again. Now I am going to take this into a more advanced exercise, but I am going to show you. All right, now I'm going to add in double legs as well. So we're going to point and flex, right leg, point and flex, left leg. Now both legs up. Now we're trying to engage the quads as well with these. So start to think about engaging the quads. So straighten that right leg, tense into that quad, push through the heel. Left leg. Both legs, push into the muscles to engage. We're going to do that again. Now, this is going to be your option to stay at if you cannot go to the next one. All right, both legs. So stay with this for one more. And I'm going to say your next level is a roll up, and you will stretch. Otherwise, stay on the back with the single leg, double leg. So there's your next option. Now, for those who can, advanced option, straighten both legs. You are taking it into a roll over. Bring it back. Now, some of you have got back issues that I know, disc problems. I don't want you to do the roll up or the roll over. I want you to stay with the single, double. Otherwise, you are following me into a rollover. If you cannot do the rollover, you are going to do the roll up. Now, I want this with control. I want to keep the abs activated as you stretch the spine. So take whatever position suits you. We are going to do 4 more of these, whatever you are doing. The single, double leg straightening, focusing on stretching the back of the thighs. Your roll up or your roll over. Try not to use momentum. Roll down. All right, we have got 2 more. So we've just been stretching the back of the body. Do 1 more. Release. Hug the knees in. Want you to roll up and flip over onto your tummy. Let's stretch the front of the body just for a couple. All right, push up into a cobra. Inhale and exhale. Push up. If you feel better breathing out in a cobra, that's fine. The inhale, I think, just protects the lower back a little bit more. Do 2 more. And 1 more. Come down. All right, reach back, grab that left foot, pull it in. So we're stretching left quad. If you can lift your chest up slightly, try it. If you can lift the front of that left thigh up off the floor, now pull the foot towards the bottom. Release that left leg, reach back and grab the right. Lifting the chest up slightly, lifting the front of the thigh up slightly. Release. If you can grab both, okay, you can just stay here, or you can try and lift up into a boat or bow pose, holding. Now push the feet into the hands and use the hands to resist. So you've got a whole front of body stretch going on here, shoulders, quads, hips. Release, push up, take your bottom back, come up onto all fours. All right, so I want you to go into an angry cat. And as you go into this, I want you, you're not going to move your hands, but I want you to think about pulling your hands in towards your knees. So activating some shoulders, core, and release. As you go into a happy cat, pushing, pressing into the floor as if you're trying to push the hands away. Exhale, angry. Pull in, get some ab activation. Happy, push those hands away, chin up, tailbone up, do 1 more. Angry, pull in as if you're trying to draw the hands in towards the knees. Release to a flat back. Come into, actually stay up tall. We're going to do 3 hinges. So knees, on your knees, I want you to inhale, back as far as you can. Feel the stretch in the front of the thighs again. Come up. Doesn't matter if you move back a centimetre. 2, come up, do 1 more. Hinge back. Come up. Now we're going to come down sitting, cross-legged. All right, I want your right leg in front. Taking the hands out to the side. So sitting with a straight back. If this is too uncomfortable, you can take your feet out in front of you, but see how you go. Hands out, lengthen through those fingertips, shoulder blades back and down, lengthen through the neck. Keep that there. Now circles forward, 1, 2. So we're keeping activation through those shoulder blades and reverse. 3, 5, 6, hold it there. Just the wrist circling the hand for 6. Make that circle as big as you can. 2 and 1, reverse it. 3, 5 and 6. Turn your palms up. Tap your shoulders. Go back out, turn the palms down, dropping the fingertips to the floor as much as you can. So you're stretching the front of the wrist. Palms up. Tap. Palms down, stretch the wrist. Tap, stretch the wrist. Tap, stretch the wrist. Do 2 more. Tap, stretch the wrist. 1 more. Tap, stretch the wrist. And now fingers to the ceiling. Push through the heel of the hand. Drop. Push through the heel of the hand. Drop. Press through. Press, rolling the fingers back. Do 2 more. 2, 1. Drop the right hand to the floor, left hand reach up and over, stretching left side of the body. Come up, do the other side. And come up, left hand over again. Now, turning your sternum, keep reaching with that left hand, sternum, chest towards that right knee. Come to the side again and up, do that on the other side. Reach up. Turn sternum to the left knee. Come back to the front and up. Take your right hand underneath. So it doesn't matter. So your left elbow is going to sit into the crook of that right elbow. If that's as far as you can go, that's fine. But if you can rotate to get the palms together, and you're going to press up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release hands to the floor. Walk yourself out. And a little bit further and bring it in. All right, change the crossover. Take the hands out in front of you, shoulders back, shoulders squeezing, circling the shoulders back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Hands out to the sides. Rotate the palms around as much as you can, and then in the other direction, keeping those shoulder blades back and down, your neck lengthened for 6, working into the shoulder, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand to the floor, right hand reaches up and over. Bring it back, do the other side. Reach up and over. Bring it back, right hand up and over again. Turning your chest, your sternum towards that left knee. Lengthen through those right fingertips. Bring it back into your side bend and up. Do the other side. Up. Turn your sternum to that right knee. Come back to the front and up. All right, we're going to take that left hand in front, right hand over the top. However you can go from there, if you can rotate those palms towards each other, you're going to press for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release hands to the front and walk yourself out as far as you can. So each breath out, just stretching out a little bit more. One more. All right, walking back in. Okay, uncross those legs. Bending the knees. Now, this is ab activation as well as stretching through the back. Holding onto your knees, sit tall. I want you to roll back, sinking into that lower back to the point where your arms lengthen, scoop the tummy, pull yourself back up. Do that again, sink down into that lower back. Now try and keep the toes on the floor as well. They may want to pop up, try and keep them down so we're also getting some stretch through the front of the feet. Sink back, relax the shoulders here and come up. We're going to do 3 more. Now you can stay with this throughout this little set with holding onto your knees because it does give you some support. One more. You also, for those with any sort of back problem that hurts around you, you can lean back with a straight back. All right, last one. Come up. Now straighten that back. So I'm not sinking into that lower back anymore. It's a straight back, arms out in front. Circle those shoulders back again. Drawing the shoulder blades back and down for 10, 9, 8. Squeeze it back, working into those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Come up. All right, I want you to sink back or straight back, depending on your back, and you all know your back. All right, lean back. Lift that right arm. Down, open it to the side, release and up. Down, left arm, up, side and up. Lean back, right arm, open, straight up, left. Oops, I did the wrong way. As long as you do them both. Let's do one more each side. Back, right arm, up, left arm, open, up, back, left arm, right arm, and up. Sink back or straight back. All right, so I want you to step your right foot out, left foot out, right foot in, left foot in. Left, right, left foot in, right foot in. 2 more times through. Right, left, left, left. One more each side. Out, out, in, go again, out, in, sit tall, let those knees flop open. Draw yourself forward, chest forward, not dropping chest towards the feet, or chest forward, use those elbows to push the knees open. And come up, take the hands behind you. However they want to go, fingertips back or to the side, push your chest out, getting a chest stretch. Release, come forward again, pushing the knees open. Release, taking the hands back. And one more. Lean into it. Release. Take your legs out straight. Forward fold. And releasing. Come back to kneeling up onto your knees. Grab your band. So if you haven't got a band, that's fine. It's just a little bit of extra resistance. Sorry. I realised I haven't got my watch on and I need to keep an eye on the time. All right, holding the band out in front of you. So pull it apart and I want you to go into those shoulder circles again. Engage and back, lengthen forward, engage and back, lengthen forward. So go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. All right, lean back again, stretching into the front of the thighs. Come up, take those arms back, engage back at the shoulders again. Release, hinge back. Further, come up, reach back, hinge, and up, engage back. You're going to do 3 more. Hinge, thumbs back, hinge, and thumbs back, keeping resistance on. 1 more. Hinge, and thumbs back, release, pop that down, right leg forward, flex that left foot, squeeze your glute, tuck, and up. So stretching up to the ceiling. Take that right hand into the knee. Now resist, pushing the knee into the hand, using the hand to resist. So we've now got left hip stretching, right inner thigh activated. Squeezing that left glute more. Release. Take that left leg out on a diagonal and lean into it. And tuck here. So you should feel a stretch. Left hip flexor, groin. Release out to the side. Lean into it. Release, take it back in front, hands to the floor. Lift up that left knee. Hold, pushing your hips down towards the floor and hold. Drop that left knee to the floor. Pull back into a hamstring stretch. Draw those toes back towards you. Release and bring that right knee in. Back, kneeling both legs. Hinge back. Stretching into the front of both thighs. Come forward and bring the left leg forward. All right. Squeezing that right bottom, tuck. Right hand stretching up to the ceiling. Using that left hand to resist. So hand into the knee, working both ways. Knee pushing into hand, hand pushing into the knee. Keep holding, keep squeezing right bottom, keep lengthening up to the ceiling. Release. Open that knee out to the side, lean into it and tuck. Bring it back, take it out to the side, lean into it and tuck. Release, bring it back forward, hands down in line, lift up that right knee, pushing your hips down to the floor. Drop that knee to the floor and pull back into a hamstring stretch, drawing those toes back towards you. Release, bringing that knee back. Now you're onto your hands and knees again. So remember our angry cats. I want you to go angry, pull those, really work through those arms, pull those hands in towards your knees, getting some ab activation, stretching through the upper back, tuck more, tuck more, tuck more. Release, come up kneeling tall. Hinge back, take the hands forward. And release, take that left leg, right leg forward, squeezing that glute, tuck, and up, over, release, back, release, leg out diagonally, lean into it and tuck. Bring it back out to the side, lean into it and tuck. Bring it back in front, hands to the floor. Now you can leave that left knee on the floor if you like, or you can pop it up. Pushing your hips to the floor. Release slightly and twist your right hand up to the ceiling. Bring it back. Do that again. Hips to the floor, stretching through the whole pelvis. Up, twist. We're going to do one more. Hips to the floor. Up, twist. If your left knee's not already on the floor, drop it to the floor. Pull back into your hamstring stretch. Now, if you don't need to keep your hands to the floor, bring yourself up, hinge forward, and push that tailbone to the back of the room. Interlock your fingers as well and open your chest. Release, kneeling up tall. Hands to the floor. Go into your happy cat. Dropping your chest. All right, now pushing the hands away from your knees. Chin up, tailbone up. Release, kneeling up tall. Hinge back. So with each hinge, you should be going back even further. Come up. Take that left leg forward. Flex that foot, squeeze your glute, and up. Reaching up and over. Release, slightly back, squeezing that glute as you reach back. Release, opening that knee out to the side slightly, leaning into it. Bring it back out to the side, leaning into it, tucking. Bring it back, take it forward. Hands to the floor. Now you're either leaving that knee on the floor or lifting it up, but drop your pelvis to the floor. Release, twist your left hand up to the ceiling. Bring it down, pelvis to the floor. Down, twist. One more, hips to the floor. Release and twist. Down, if that right knee is not already to the floor, drop it there now. Pull back. If you can take your hands off the floor, do so, sending your hips to the back of the room. Interlock your fingers and get your chest opening as well. Bit of balance required here. Release. Come up kneeling onto your hands and knees. Angry cat. Tuck. Now don't worry about the pulling the hands in. Tuck and hold for 3 deep breaths in and out. As you breathe out all your air, keep tucking. Do 2 more. 1 more. Flatten the back. All right, from there, step your right foot forward, take it back. Left foot forward, take it back. This is your easier option. Right foot forward, back. Left foot forward, back. Right, left. If you can pop yourself up into a plank, keep going. Right, left, right, left. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to your knees, kneeling up tall. Hinge back. Release. Take that right foot forward. Flex foot, squeeze the glute, reach up and over. Release. Now, I want you to try and do this, even if you have to move your position, hold on to a wall, lean into it and try and grab that left foot behind you. If you can open up both arms and grab and get your chest open as well. Foot to bottom, tucking, release. Hands to the floor. So you are either leaving this left knee on the floor. If you are, I just want you to walk that right foot out a little bit further, hands in line with that right foot. If you can, you're going to pick up that left knee. All right, hold it there. Push your hips down. Release slightly. Twist up to the ceiling. Bring it down. Now I want you to drop that right elbow down towards the floor. It doesn't matter if you can't get it to the floor. All right, press your hips to the floor. Release it. Twist. Right elbow to the floor. Do one more. Press your hips down. Release. Twist. Right elbow to the floor. Release. Drop that left knee to the floor. We're pulling back into our hamstring stretch again. If you can take your hands up off the floor, interlock the fingers behind you, chest open as you push back, flexing that right foot. Release. Onto your knees, hinge back. You should be going back a long way by now. Come forward. Taking that left leg forward. Squeeze your glute, tuck, hand up and over. Release. Now, quad. I want you to try and do it on the floor. Reaching back with both hands, chest open. Pulling the foot into the bottom, pushing back into the hands, using the hands to resist. Release. Hands to the floor. So if you're leaving that right knee on the floor, you're walking that left foot out further. Otherwise, lifting up that knee. Pushing the hips down, pelvis to the floor. Release, twist left hand to the ceiling. Down, try and drop the elbow to the floor. Hips down. Up. Twist. Elbow to the floor. Let's do one more. Hips down. Up. Twist. Elbow to the floor. Release. You're dropping that right knee to the floor, pulling back. Hands up off the floor if you can. Interlocking, pushing your hips to the back of the room. Release. Okay, coming onto both hands and knees. All right, from there, I want you to curl your toes under. Lift yourself up into an up stretch. Walk the hands in towards the feet. Hang at the bottom. Slow roll up. Hands behind your head, elbows wide. Hinge forward into a good morning. So focus, flat back. Sending the hips to the back of the room, tailbone lifting. Release. Taking the hands to the floor. Staying in that position. All right, sink down into your deep squat. Go as deep as you can. So try and relax into it. You can use your elbows to push your knees wider. You can keep your hands on the floor. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. All right, straighten those legs up again. Turning the toes forward. Push up to straight hands. Roll up. Take the hands behind the head again. Hinge forward, flat back, pushing the elbows back. Hold. Reaching the hands to the floor. Sinking down into that deep squat. You can rock forward and back, side to side. Pushing the knees wider. Release, hands to the floor, straightening up through those legs. Slow roll up. All right, rolling down again. Hands to the floor, walk yourself out, come back down onto your knees. All right, from there we're going to go back up into our up stretch. Hips to the ceiling. Pushing your chest towards your thighs. Come forward onto your knees, go into an angry cat. Release, up stretch. Come back down to your knees, angry cat. Do one more. Up stretch. Come down. Then your cat. Release. Okay, I didn't get round to our little bit of glute activation. So let's pop, if you want to finish off now, you can, but we're only going to go for another 5 minutes. Pop the band on over your knees. Now, I know some of you don't have a band. You can use your hands to resist. When we roll on our side, you can pop a little dumbbell there. But come down onto your back, feet together, knees together. Just pop your hands on your hips because I want nothing else moving. I want you to think about activating your pelvic floor. So pelvic floor, tummy in. Push those knees as wide as you can. Slowly come back together. Wide. Slowly come back together. Keeping everything still. Wide. Slowly come back together. I'm going to go through various positions. Wide. Keep thinking pelvic floor. Keep thinking tummy. 2 more. And we're going to pick up the pace. All right, let's do 10 fast. Open, close, open, close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bridge. Open, close, bottom down. Lift. Open, close, bottom down. 4 more. Lift. Open, close, bottom down. Open, close, bottom down. You've got 2 to go. Bottom down, 1 more. Open, close, bottom down. Come back up. 10 quick ones. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your bottom. Bear with me. 16 reps each side and you're done. Clamp. 6 slow. Up. Control the movement down. Up. Now, you'll notice my top hip isn't moving. This is a stability exercise as well as an activation exercise. Do 2 more. So nothing should be moving here. 1 more. Slowly up. Down, 10 quick ones go. 10. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't have the band. You're still doing the exercise. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can use a hand. Change sides. All right, slow one. So if you're propped up like me, you are lifting your rib cage away from the floor, which is activating core. Knee up, slowly down. Or you can lay all the way down. With or without the band, you focus on stability as well as lifting the knee up high enough to engage the glute. Do 2 more. 1 more slow one. All right, you ready for 10 fast? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. Take that off. 2 more stretches. Right ankle over left knee. Reach forward to that left foot. You can just stay here, holding it. You can take your right hand behind your head, twist to the right side of the room. Take that hand back out. Left hand behind your head, twist to the left side of the room. Come back center, lengthen further, release, change sides. All right, lengthen forward. So you can just hold here if you don't want to do the twist. Left hand behind your head, twist. Front and reach. Right hand behind your head, twist. Reach, lengthen a little bit more. Release, bend up the knees, come down onto your back, hug both of those knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Straighten them both up. Push through the heels, draw the legs in. Release, hold on under those knees. Roll up if you can. If you can't, hands to the floor. Bring yourself up. And thank you. We are all done.
Jeanette.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jeanette. That was great.